To recap, after you have entered collection targets, you can work on the style with 3 ways. You can either create new, so all tabs will be empty. You can copy the style, so select the tabs that you want to copy from existing style to the new. For example, if you are copying the body of the fabric, the body, the structure, the bill of material, the details of the product, and you're copying it but changing artwork. So this will be the example of the copying of the style. So SKU for this style will change, but you also can opt for carry forwarding the style. That means SKU stays the same. So exact same t-shirt is going to the new collection with the same SKU. So this will create the read-only copy of this style, so carbon copy of this style on the new season and the new collection. So for the tip here, you will see the icons of the copy and carry forwarded styles. And you also can see which styles are approved, work in progress or approved. So these are the green icons or the yellow icons. To carry forward the style, you have to press on carry forward icon on the placeholder. Then you have to select the styles that you want to carry forward. You can select multiple styles, but please note that only styles with approved status, and it's also mentioned on the screen, will be able to be carry forwarded. If your status over here, so this is approved status, but if your status is yellow and it's still work in progress, you cannot carry forward the style. However, you can copy the work in progress style. So carry forwarding the item takes time because all information from the product goes into the new season, but you can close the window and continue working, and in the background the system will refresh and let you know once the task is done. So on carry forwarding forwarded style, you will see the icon mentioning that this is the carry forwarded style. So this is this icon over here. And the fields are locked for editing, so you can see that these fields are read-only fields. So you're not allowed to make changes in the carry forwarded style. You can only make changes to copied style, not to carry forwarded. So the only approved status can be carry forwarded. To copy the style, you have to press the copy icon on the placeholder. You have to select the styles that you want to copy. And then after that, you have to select the tabs that you want to copy. So again, the same rule applies here. So copying takes time. If you want to continue working on other tasks, you can close the window. And only the tabs that you have selected will then be copied. So unselected tabs will be empty in the new style that you are copying, and it will become a different SKU. Now let's look at some other tabs of the style. So after we have created the new style, what are the tabs? Let's have a look at the environment. Here we see some general details tabs of the style. We see here some information about style name and which department and product group it belongs, and that's something that is already filled in the application. And then you see some information related to fits, and there is a drop down. So this drop down is pre-configured on the back end of the application, and that means that these drop downs are something that your functional admin controls. And if you're missing some of the drop downs, if you're naming your fits differently, you can always contact your admin to see what kind of fit they can add. The same goes to the batch and packing type, so that is something that is usually pre-configured. To demonstrate to you now, here I want to add the new type of the hanger, for example. I'm missing some type of packing for the hangers. On the functional admin side, they will go into the information related to master data management, and in the hanger I'm going to add recycled hanger. So that is again the job of the functional admin. But then for the users, once you are on the style, you if you select the hanger, you see your recycled hanger appearing on the screen. So again, the bottom line here, if you're missing some of the drop-downs in the application, please always contact your functional admin. There is also more information related to packing. Again, your functional admin will know how to add more information here if you're missing some fields, so you can opt for that. And you see responsible users, so those are the same users that have been set at the collection level. In our collection training, we have looked into how to add responsible users, but in case if for this specific style you want to add more people, it doesn't apply to all of the collection, but only to this style, you can opt for that. And below here we see a related style, so that's something you can make a relation between styles, for example, if they are connected to each other. Here on this page you are also seeing some tabs here on the top, so we see these tabs on top. So let's have a look at them in details. There is an Open3D, and that there are two areas where we can look this in 3D. So there are this area and also this area where we see Open in 3D. In essence, it's the same, but it's just using a different file format. So this option gives you the option to look at this style in 3D if there is the format available. So now we're looking at these shoes in 3D format. Okay. And this comes from our Documents tab. So here you can upload the new documentation, and you can select the file as 3D file or STL file. So if you're uploading STL file, it will be available from this option. Yeah, so if you're uploading STL file, you will see it over here, and if you're uploading 3D file, so NX or any other type of file, it will be showing here. So STL is only for STL format. The next button we have is Generate Tag Pack, and that is all information, so not only from general page, but every part of information related to the style will be now generated in PDF. So now there is PDF available for this specific style, and we see all the details that we'll be looking at later on. But please know that it's possible to generate the tag pack from this overview. You can save the style as a new version. So here we are managing our versioning. So here, if you're changing your BOM, you can make a note that BOM has been changed, and that is the reason why you create the new version. So now all the details of this are being captured. And in the overview of the view versions, we will be able to see all of these details. Yeah, so here we see changed BOM, and you see the versions of the style. You can revert back. Yeah, so there is this button available. If I want to go back to version 2, I can by pressing this button. And there is always the name of the creator, the date, and what are the tabs that has been changed. So here we can see what has been changed in each version, and this is available for us at this view version button. You can also deactivate the style, so that means that the style is deactivated, especially relevant for if you have ERP integration. If the customer has ERP integration, then this article will not be deleted, but it will be deactivated. And you can then save. If you filled everything on the general details, you have to press save. Next tab is our product description tab, goes after general. Here we have description of the product. So this area is usually will be connected to the PIM systems of the client, because it has some attributes related to the specific product category, and we want to provide more details, so we want to avoid double entry. So here there is some information about the description, fit exception, if it fits one size smaller or larger, can let the system know. Quality, and there is also product labels, again pre-configured at the back end of the system by functional admin. You can add different types of product labels and attach documentation. And here we have our custom fields. So in case you want to specify that for this product category, in this case we are looking at shoes, there is some specific information important for the end consumers to know. For example, type of Gore-Tex, if it's a Gore-Tex product, position of the outsole, so think about all kinds of information. When you're shopping online, you have to know about the shoes versus the apparel. So this is something that your functional admins also pre-configure. So these fields can change, and if you are missing a field, you have to request it to your admins. And to demonstrate, it will be different than other products. For example, this helmet will be different than the product description for this helmet. So you see here we have some different custom attributes. Going further, we have our variants tab. So our variants tab, we then again looking at our color library. Again, if you remember the previous trainings, we had some color palettes, seasonal or seasonless. So colors can be either belonging to this season where we are now. So this season we are now is Wanderlust for Winter 24. So that means that these colors are then mapped in the backend for this season. And there is also color palettes. If you are looking for Disney colors and they have been pre-selected in the color palette, you can have it over here. For the colors and variants, you can select the main color and subcolor. So if this shoe is shadow and apricot, you can specify that, and then this shoe will be shadow and azure. Going further, there is a variant images, so you can add the new image. You can specify for which variant you're adding it. Then you just drop or upload the new image. And then on the image itself, you have the option to select the camera position. Again, very useful in connecting to PIM and later on to Ecom. If it's, for example, an artwork shoot or front or usage shoot or product shoot, you can specify that. So this one, in case it's a profile picture. And then we can specify it for each of the images. Vendors tab. So if you remember our training previously about the vendor rating, we specify and we map the vendors per product. So here we're indicating which vendors produce this specific shoe, a 518 road cycling shoe. And we also can mark them as preferred. So that means that this vendor will be preferred in bill of material calculation. So that's always handy to mark it as a favorite and put this little star to my vendor to let them know. There is a document tab, and this is your document repository, not restricting to any file type. Can be video, can be JT file. Again, we remember that we can upload STL file or 3D format file. It will be captured here correctly. And we also work here with versioning. So if I'm going to upload two documents in this with the same name, so let's have a look. I'm uploading product data, and then I'm going to upload the product data again because I made changes to this document. Yeah, so here we see that now this product data came as version 2. The next tab is SKUs tab. So here we have our SKUs, and again it's generated for the purpose of the demo, it's generated automatically with the logic of variance number and size. However, for the customer it can be generated in the way they prefer. And here we see that we have to select the vendor. So I'm going to select this vendor, and I'm going to enter the vendor cost, or it can also come from the vendor directly. We will look at that in our vendor module. So the vendor can provide you the cost, which will appear here. For example, this one will be 22 euros. The vendor currency is available because we have pre-selected it in our configuration. So this one, let's have a look. Should have, yeah. So this one is measured in dollars, and this one in euros. So here I can provide also a different vendor cost. And there is also retail price, which is copied from our general details, and then you can specify MOQ. Yeah. So if you want to copy the vendor cost, like if you don't want to fill it in manually for all of the fields below, so you can, for example, select the same vendor, and you can press the button of copying vendor cost. Yeah, so you press this button, copy vendor cost, and on all of the empty fields now it will be copied. So you have all the fields that you didn't fill in manually, the rest will be copied automatically. Again, same trick here. There is always this little eye icon, so this icon over here that we can use for reducing the number of tabs on the screen. For example, variant number if I don't want to see, or vendor, or probably vendor you want to see. But for example, the manufacturer, if you don't want to see, you can remove this field by simplifying your view. There is also the sets area. So you can organize your products in set, and this set will have their own specific SKU code per set. So all you have to do is create new set. And here you can specify the quantity for each product in the set and the size. So for example, this one is one. So of course for shoes it's not so applicable, but applicable for socks, for example. If you are combining your socks into one set or underwear, you can do it and generate one set. So now we have created a different set. So of course this number will be different, and it will be created in the logic of the customer. But please know that you can create sets. The next tab is our washing instructions. So here we have again pre-configured, so all these icons will be coming up in the branded way. So probably the company will have their own little logos for the care labels. Again, very handy in connection to BIM and Ecom, where you can set the care labels per product. So here you can specify what's the washing instructions for this product are. Next on is our product translation. So here we can translate our product description, and in essence any other fields that the customer is interested in, can translate it to different languages. We can do it in two ways. We can either create the new product translation from scratch, and we can fill it in manually, or we can also use ChatGPT translation. You fill in the language, so please know the trick that here you have to not have any spelling mistakes, otherwise the call to ChatGPT will not be correct. And you press translate, and there we have our German translation. So next on is the test results, again pre-configured at the back end by the functional admins, and the test results are captured per variant. And we can specify the test results. First of all, we select our vendor, select the category, again these drop downs are pre-configured, test option, and you specify if it's passed or failed. I would say failed for this one, and I upload the proof of it, certificate. We can also connect certificate with expiration date to notifications, so email or Teams notifications, and in that way we can manage all the certificates of not being expired. And over here again our grid view option. This button is available for us to view it in grid, and we can go and filter on all failed tests, for instance. And the last tab from our style details. If we want to specify some note, for example, how the stitching is particularly, we want to do the stitching for this product, we can upload the imagery and write the description, and we can say that this note for artwork or stitching or any other type of note that you want to add should be displayed in the tech pack. So here it's our free form notes for something that we want our vendors to know later on. So let's recap. So here you can, on this screen, you can fill in your general details. So the tip here is that many drop-downs are pre-configured by your admin, and if you see the empty fields or you cannot find something specific you're looking for, it means that functional admin didn't fill it in. And on the general details, you fill in responsible users. Responsible users will be then shown on the progress and the workflow tab. We'll go into that in details, but if you remember from the previous module, the workflow, there we saw some responsible users assigned per task. And also here you can mark your style as favorite. So that will be then displayed on your homepage. So if you're working on shoes as a category, then you can mark all of your favorite shoes to jump straight into the working of the shoe. Product description. So here you have to fill in product description, product labels, and the fields can be custom configured. And again, by your functional admin. If you do not see the required fields, you have to contact your admin to pre-configure it. Style variants is the tab where you can select the main color and the sub-color, and then you can upload images or videos per variant. And the tip here is to always select the main variant, so that it will be displayed in the thumbnail. So out of these two, if you want this one displayed on a progress page or in visual overview pages as main, you can put this little crown over here and you can mark it as main variant. The next tab is images tab. So here you can add the camera position and you can always download the images. And again, here you can set this image as preview. Documents tab works with versioning. If you upload two documents with the same name, it will be stored as version 2, and this is the area where you can upload your 3D files. SKU tab, so you can see and manage your SKUs for the style per vendor and manufacturing location. The demo example SKU number is variant number plus size, and data on this tab comes from the approved pricing and sampling. We'll go into that in some time. In training for vendors, and here we also see the vendor price. So this is the area which will be coming from our vendors, and you also see the information about MOQs and retail price. So here there's some more information for SKU. The next tab is our washing instructions. They are preset in configuration, and you can select your washing and care label instructions. The next one is product description, so you can add it manually or via ChatGPT. And the test results also pre-configured, so if you don't see the correct test results, contact your admin. And the notes, you can add the notes to the tech pack. For example, if you want to specify how specific stitching is done on this product, or gluing, or any other notes that you want to be displayed in the tech pack, or just in your DLM solution. So now it's time to practice. Let's practice how to add a responsible user for the style. So now please go into the environment and add a responsible user.